am joined today by one of my closest friends in the MMA world, my cuts partner, who is going to be having her first fight at Chaos on the 2nd of May this year. The absolutely amazingly beautiful Miss Zoe McKinnon. How are you?
I'm grand. Wouldn't go that far, Jet's hair and stuff. It's great. But yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Has it all sunk in yet? Have you kind of come to terms with the fact that you're going to get into a cage and fight?
No. Joy, for me, I'm just enjoying the process because you're never going to get these firsts again. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just embracing everything and enjoying it, you know. I think it'll hit me more when we're there and you're wrapping my um,
So for those of you who don't know, you're actually no stranger to the MMA world. You work alongside me and Inside Out Care as part of the Cuts team, but you've been involved in MMA even before you got involved with the Cuts team with your
yeah.
wonderful boyfriend, who is professional fighter Mr. Dylan Douglas. How good is it now to actually step into his world and experience everything that he's got to go through, or that you've watched him go through over the years?
Obviously it's different because I'm in fight camp. Well, we're actually both in fight camp together, but I think it gives me a more in-depth sight and knowledge of what he does go through. Because obviously whenever we got together, I had no knowledge of it, and like it was a learning curve for me. Like obviously learning about weight cuts, his sort of training, everything. So like I say, it's completely new to me, but I'm just enjoying it. And there's actually no better feeling for anybody out there that trains with their partner. There is, I do enjoy it. I really do. Even though he likes to tell everybody I beat him anyway, which is so not true. Uh, but no, it's been another learning experience.
Yeah, so you're going to be fighting on Chaos, right? Which is my all-time favorite show. It's where I started, where I first got involved in MMA,
Hmm.
which I'm really, really excited the fact that you're having your first fight in the Everglades, which is my Madison Square Garden. I actually love that place so much. But you're not, although you've been around MMA for a long time, you haven't actually been training that long. You are a beginner. You're going to have a novice fight, as is the girl
Hmm.
you're fighting, Rebecca. She's a complete beginner as well.
Hmm.
Um, like trying to get into the whole mindset and get into training and get into the whole fighter mentality. Is it easier because you've been around fighters so long, or are you just still winging it as you go along? Are you still feeling it out?
Oh God, no, it's definitely not winging it. Like it's when you have to be serious in training, a lot of my teammates, so you just can't wing it because some of them are so experienced. And like I'm very lucky in that sense, that I have so many people that I can learn from. Like it's a tough one, don't get me wrong, you have to enjoy. I think you have to enjoy training and have a bit of a laugh, but there comes a time where you're getting ready for a fight, you have to be serious about it. Because yeah, it's a humbling sport, that.
Yeah, you're,
So
you're you're talking about your teammates there. So you train out a Next Gen NI with
yes.
the one of the OGs, Rodney Moore, the
Yes.
godfather of Irish MMA, in my opinion. What's it like being around that environment? I mean, that man has probably forgot more about MMA than we will ever learn. Like, talked about Rodney as a coach, and like, how is this stepping into that environment where you're there, you're on the match, you're training with Alexa Dillon, and then you have like former professional fighters like George Courtney in there, Alan Philpott, who's getting ready for his PFL fight, as well as
Mhm.
the youngsters and the up and comers that are
Mhm.
now starting to make a scene or making their name in the amateur scene. So like loads of talent on the mat, loads of killers
Yeah.
on the mat.
Oh,
For
yeah.
what's it like there stepping in with Rodney, an absolute gentleman and a legend of the sport?
Like for as long as I've been with that, like Rodney is like I would tell anybody, Rodney is an absolute legend. He is a gentleman, and like I only really started the training to lose weight and just to get fit, and I fell in love with the sport even more than I thought I could. But Rodney, and it's the same for any coaches, like because we witness it backstage. But Rodney instills this. He believes in every single person that comes into that gym. You put the work in, you're showing up. But he instills like this and confidence into you, you know. And whenever Rodney tells you you're doing well, you're like, fuck right, I'm doing great, you know, I'm doing something right. But anyone that asks me, like, Rodney Moore's changed my life. And I know some people are like, oh, I think that's a bit extreme, but for me, like, you know, like obviously my health background and everything, and like the amount of weight that I put on, and I was so self-conscious going in, especially into an MMA gym. And as you say, there's like some of them are in serious shape. And I was so self-conscious, but there was no judgment from Rodney in that sense, you know. And he just kept instilling this confidence into me, and that's why I was like, right, well, we'll go for a fight, let's do it. And like, I owe him so much, and it was because of Dylan, like, I got into the training. And I wish I'd listened to him. He had been at me for years. He was like, just go, you'll enjoy it. And for me, it was just a self-confidence thing that got in the way of it. But I would tell anybody, any female, to get into the sport. Like, it's just like another family. Do you know what I mean? But I owe Rodney so much. I really, really do. Like, and you know what it's like rolling with him is like, you know, and doing rounds with him and everything. It's great, like, to learn from one of the best too.
Yeah, that was one of the things I loved about that first fight I did, the first fight camp I did. I got to go and like go around and experience anything, but that was an absolute dream come true to get to not even like just be in there with, you know, when Rodney was like training and you were sparring and all, but he actually took the time then and got on the mat with me.
Yep.
Absolutely destroyed me, but in the nicest way possible. It was like a gorilla cradling a child. It was like it was so. You just realised then, wow, there's levels to this game, and do you know
Mhm.
what? Beware the old man and the young man's game. He's still got it.
That's it. Like, that's the thing. Like, Rodney takes the time out, especially for like anybody, but especially for the guys that are like maybe getting ready for fights, and he'll watch the rounds, or he'll jump in, or and you know, he'll go through things with you like he does. He really takes the time for everyone in there. And like I say, it's just an absolute privilege to learn from Rodney. But to me, he's just Rodney. And for you, like as you said to me and you had that conversation all night, you're like he is somebody that I've looked up to from whenever you were just a spectator in the sport. And like, he's just an absolute legend. I love him to death. He's so funny. He really is. And he's one of the best coaches, honestly.
Yeah, you mentioned there about going into the gym for the first time and stepping on the mats for
Mm-hmm.
the first time. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a very intimidating thing, and like I think that's one of the things that maybe we could be the story that should be told about more as you got in there as a female into this gym that's like male dominated sport. No men, big men, small men, everybody rolling about like punching,
Yeah.
kicking each other, and for you actually to go on as a slightly larger lady, the self it must have been really self conscious of, you know, yourself going in there. But how welcoming is it for ladies to get in, to try MMA, to try jiu-jitsu, to try kickboxing, to get into a combat sport, especially, you know, if you are a bit more voluptuous than the girls you see on TV.
Do I know what? Like, it is intimidating, but everybody was so nice. I already knew a lot of the guys anyway from being with Dylan, and like, I was going in and taking photos, or was going in and wrapping the guys' hands, so I already knew them. But like, I didn't really start training with those guys until maybe sparring or no gi. But any of the beginners, like, everybody has to start somewhere. And the thing about MMA is it's such a humbling sport. You could go in and you could have a great training session, you could have great rounds, but then you could go back in and have really shit rounds. But they're the ones that you have to push through. Like, they're the ones that'll make or break you. You have to push through. It's like a mental thing. And I think if you can get over that, and the intimidating part of it, just do it. Like, like, everybody's lovely. We all have to start somewhere, and it's the only way you'll get better. You know, you just have to keep showing up. It's just not about showing up for a class, it's about showing up for yourself. Do you know, that way? So it was a big thing for me. um and I just, here we are.
Do you find since you've started training and you started to actively take part in the classes now, especially training for a fight camp, and all the camaraderie and all the way that everybody pulls together whenever you're training for fights, like your whole team, all your teammates are looking out for you and they want the best for you. Do you think has it like, made you a more confident person? Do you think you're a different person now putting yourself through these trials?
I think it does make you mentally stronger. Definitely, like I said, like them rounds or whatever that aren't so great, they'll make or break you. And I think definitely it's made me more confident, especially like I was always self-conscious anyway, being a bigger girl, and then it's just helped me lose weight, and I think built confidence that way, and I think the confidence has helped carry over into like working on the cuts team as well. I'm not always so full of self doubt, or you know, yeah, no, it's definitely changed me for the better. I wish that is the only regret. I wish I'd done it when I was like younger.
So you mentioned the cuts team there. You work for the award-winning cuts team Inside Out Care.
Yes,
How long have you been with us now?
a year and a half.
A year and a half. What's it
Yeah.
been? What's it been like? Because you would have been like, I think the first time I ever met you was at, I think it might have been the Virtuous card where you come with Dylan whenever he was judging. I think
Yes,
that might have.
that was over the summer, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that might have been the first time I met you. And then now you're behind the scenes and you're seeing the pressure and you're seeing the kind of the chaos that is backstage. What's it like
Hmm.
being part of the cuts team?
I love it. I do. We are literally like a family. And it's you learn something new. You think, oh God, but you're always learning because every fight's different, every fighter's different, how they like things. And that was something that I learned fairly early on, was that fighters like their hands maybe wrapped a certain way. Um, I just it's great. You're in the chaos. The minute you get in and it's like literally head down, wrap, and you're, getting everybody ready. And just like getting to know you and Jess more, and it's obviously I knew Dawn from whenever I started going out with Dawn, and yeah, and it was her inspired me to be a cut woman. So I always told her that. So no, I love it. And you get to meet new people.
Yeah.
It's I've met some great people through it. Like we're just a wee great team. We're the best.
Yeah, we are, especially me.
We are.
Not so much Jess, but especially me. I'm the best. But
She's going to tell you. She's
do
going
you,
to tell you.
do you
Mom and
find
dad fighting
like
again.
do you find now, like, whenever you're backstage and you're actually getting to know the fighters, you actually kind of enjoy the sport more because you personally have interacted with the fighters and you get to know 'em. I absolutely love chatting to fighters. That's why I do this. I don't care if anybody listens to it. I just love doing it. I love chatting to people
Oh,
and I love fighting. And like that's the thing. You kind of you almost feel like you're building a wee bond with certain fighters now or certain gyms just because you always seem to be in your chair. And
mhm.
the times then they'll start to ask, "Oh, can I wait for Zoe to wrap my hands?" And it gives you that wee kind of confidence boost.
Yeah. It's it is like definitely, as you say, you get a build bonds, and there is certain fighters that I'll wait for me to wrap their hands and being able to do more and look after my teammates more, you
Yeah.
know. And I look after them during sparring, when you have a good nosebleed.
Yeah.
It's just it is great, and it's going from being a spectator, it was completely different. You're just there, you're watching the fight, and the nerves get to you and everything, and then being behind stage, and you see what goes into a show, and it makes you appreciate it more. You know, and the stress that the organizers are in, and or any of the guys, anybody that's backstage, you see the stress. It was an eye opener for my first. I think my first before I done the cut course, I shadowed you guys at Akuma. Do you remember whenever they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
first at their new the Jim Baker? No, it wasn't the Jim Baker
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah. It was the Jim Baker one. Yeah.
It was, yeah. So that was the first time. That was the first show I shadowed, and there was 29 fights that day.
And you don't realize how little of the fights you get to see when you're working.
Yeah, and because Jess had said to me, she was like, "Look, I'll let you shadow. And if you still want to do the cut course, 100% do it. And I was like, this is great. This is chaotic, but I love it. I
Yeah,
have to do it
it is madness,
because
isn't it?
it is like a lot of people think it's just the fighters are out the back. That's it. Warm up, they're out for they come straight out, but it's not the case. And because I think a lot of people get disillusioned with, oh, I'm going to be a cut person and or a cut woman or a cut man, and it's just I'm just going to go straight in. You have to put the work in and hone your skills, especially with hand wrapping. And yeah, and I think once they do the cut course and they maybe come to one or two shows and they're like, yeah, this is too mad for me.
Yeah, it is madness. I love it.
It's
It's
good crack.
yeah, it's chaos. I actually love just the madness of backstage and all. And you'll see, like, sometimes at the events, I don't even go out to the cage. I'll just stay backstage and wrap hands and interact with people. But that's the joys. Anyway, let's
And
get
tell them
back.
that
This podcast is sponsored by King of Comps. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, or kingofcomps.co.uk for your chance to win life-changing prizes with realistic odds. Win cars, cash, holidays, and instant prizes from as little as 1p. That's kingofcomps.co.uk. Let's get back to you.
tell
So the fight of chaos. How did it actually come about, or what was the decision that you made? What had you always wanted to fight, or was this just an opportunity arose and you thought you would take it?
I no, it was never ever on the cards for me to fight. I just, as I say, was wanting to get fit, lose the weight, get a bit more confidence. And then the more like my training built up and built up, it was only like maybe a couple of days a week, and now I'm flat out because I love it. It's my time. So like me, I never give myself peace between work and uni. It's just my time. So the more I done the training, I was like, I actually I really enjoy this. And before I'm old and decrepit in a nursing home, I was like, I don't want to have any regrets. So we'll go for a fight, give it a go. And I had that chat with Rodney because Rodney didn't know. And whenever I said to him, I was like, why give it a go, see how we get on. And he was like, are you serious? Like, really? I was like, yeah. And he was all chuffed for me. That's what I mean about he instills this belief and confidence into you. And I was like, yeah, let's go for it. We had aimed for a show in March, but that show no longer it wasn't for running. So and it was for Rebecca. We were going to match me with Rebecca again. And again, unfortunately, I fell through. So then we went. I was like, well, we'll hold off. We'll see something will come along, And Jason and Andy then approached Rodney and asked, and I was like, yeah, let's
I
do
know.
it.
See the fact that I fought so late too in my life, and I wanted to see what it was like, and I done it. Like the whenever you said to me about like it was happening and all, I'm going to have a fight, and I was like so excited for you. I still am really excited for you, and I just can't wait for the whole buzz. To just see you, get you there, get your hands wrapped, see you in action. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and I just try and take it all in, everything from the walkout and everything. I didn't do that the first time, and then I got to do it again. So I done it the second time. I took everything in, enjoyed
Mhm.
every moment. And the hardest part of fight camp, I'll tell you now, just honestly, picking your walkout song.
I have mine picked.
Oh no way. You're
Oh
well
yes, I
organized.
do.
Maybe it's just me was nuts. I could never. I went through. I had a playlist and I was like listening over. Oh, I could see myself walking out to that, and I was like, no, that's terrible. I could see myself walking out to that, and I eventually went back to a song that I had picked like nearly 20 years ago. If I ever said I would ever fight, and that's what I
Yeah.
walked out to in the end up. But like the whole buzz, it's going to be amazing. Like you were there at my fight. You actually were
Yes.
working the earlier part of the card then, and just
Hmm.
the vibe and the atmosphere and the acoustics and everything about the Everglades is absolutely unreal. I am so
Mhm.
excited that you're making your debut in the Everglades at Chaos. Can you tell I like it?
Yeah, very much. Like, see the whole walkout song thing. I had a couple, and I couldn't like really narrow it down. And then Dylan came across this song, and he played it for me. I was like, that's it.
We have a winner.
We have a winner. And like just him helping me pick the song, like it was great. So I'm enjoying it and I'm taking everything in, like just embracing all the emotions.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
you get the bad days. You get the
yeah.
bad days.
Yes, that's what I mean. It's such a humbling sport. Like you could be, as I say, great rounds, and then the next thing you get your ass handed to you, and you're like, oh god,
Yeah, what am I
why am I
doing
doing
here?
this to
Yeah,
myself?
what am I doing here? Like it's and that's the thing about, like, do you find now, like, see that you're actually training for a fight, and in fight camp the intensity
Hmm.
is different, not in a bad way, but you're working now. They're making you work because
Oh,
this is going to make you better. It's about that. The one thing I never wanted to do when I went in there is I didn't want to go in there and gas out.
yeah,
I didn't care
yeah.
if I was beat. I didn't care. So I just didn't want to gas out. And then when you realize then how conditioned you have to be to fight, because you're fighting a novice fight, and as far as I know,
Hmm.
it's going to be 3 2-minute rounds.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, which
Um,
doesn't 6 minutes doesn't seem like a long time. When you're throwing punches and you're getting punched, it's a long time.
yeah. Like a lot of people, that don't follow MMA and they don't understand the amount of work or amount of training that you have to put in, and like a decent fight camp. For a decent fight camp, you're looking at about 8 weeks, and they don't understand you're putting all this training and the diet, everything for 6 minutes or 9 minutes or 15 minutes. They don't understand that. They just can't fathom it. It's one of those things.
Uh,
Still can't believe I'm doing it. I'm like, is my head cut?
it's kind of, so. Remember I said to you at the start about that when we were talking about the start, and I says it doesn't really hit you. Do you see the fight poster?
Yes.
What was the reaction when you saw the fight poster?
So whenever Ron had to take my pictures, I wasn't expecting Jason to announce it that night. But that was a Thursday night, so it was no gi. And next thing, I literally had came out from training, and my phone was going absolutely mental. And I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like, and Dom was like, "Your fight's been announced," and I was like, "Oh, hit me! Oh my god!" And it did. It hit me then. I was like, right, well, it's real now. And then whenever you guys gifted me, got me the memory frame, I was trying not to cry because I was like, shit, this like it meant so much. So I was just like, shit, that's really real.
It is really, really real.
We're doing this.
We're doing this.
We're
Yeah,
doing this.
and it's so good too. I'm actually so happy for Rebecca as well, because like she had trained through the last season of the Alpha Project, and they couldn't get her a fight,
Yeah.
and then fucking all the stars aligned, and all of a sudden Miss Zoe McKinnon appeared looking for a fight, and then now it's happened. But it's like, what's really, really good about it too is that nobody's coming in here as a ringer. Yous are beginners coming in to have a novice
Mhm.
fight. Yous are going to go out there. Yous are representing the ladies at the novice level, and you're showing that, listen, we can do this as well. I mean,
Yeah.
especially now the way things are around like the north of Ireland at the minute, and especially with like Mel running her Artemis women's only show, doing her women's only sparring. There's a big push behind the women's scene at the minute, and like
Yes.
your teammates with Chloe, like Chloe, the top amateur female in the country, and like
Yeah.
see how hard it was for her to get fights, and
Yeah.
for fights falling through and things happening and all. Like,
Mhm.
it's so big for the women that you just get to go out there
Yeah.
and show that there's a starting point. Everybody can
Yeah.
start somewhere.
Yeah.
No,
That's
no,
the thing. Like, and it's just not for a game for women, but for anybody that's going to start MMA, you
yeah,
have to start somewhere. You're not going to go in there and you're not going to be like Habib. And you have to put the work in. And I'm so grateful and I'm very lucky because before even all my training, Chloe's like one of my best friends, and she like when I told her I was going to start training Rodney, she was like, "I guarantee you're going to fight." I was like, "Definitely not. No, no, me fight never." And she's been amazing. I like all my teammates, but it's great whenever you have that special bond. You have your best friend there, and like she's phenomenal. Like Chloe's great, and she's one of the best fighters I've seen her. And it's shit. It was shit for her whenever fights were falling through and she couldn't get fights. I think that's the same for any fighter. Like it's so shit for them whenever they put in the work and the fight gets pulled, and it could be over something serious, like and you can't help it. It's one of the sports that these things happen. But yeah, that's Chloe, our Chloe,
Our
my
Chloe.
Chloe, my
You
Chloe, and like Artemis. Like that was a big thing. Loved being part of that whenever it was the all woman cut team the first time round.
was an all women.
And
It was an all women's cut team the last time too.
yeah, me and Rebecca, me and Rebecca. Um, like the see from the tiniest wee totes, like you've seen the pictures from the
Yeah, yeah.
weekend I put up, and I swear there was not one bit of fear in them wee girls. And I know that it was only exhibition fights, but they stole my heart the first time around. I was like, oh, it's amazing. Um, I think a couple of us from next gen are actually going down for the sparring day too, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, it's down in Strabane. I'll come and visit you.
Yeah. You bring me a wee coffee?
Bring you a big coffee.
Yes, please.
Oh yeah. So we'll wrap this up real shortly here now. We'll just talk
You
maybe
bring.
a few things now about right. So we're gonna have a fight. We're gonna get in
Right.
there. We're gonna make the walk. We've picked the walkout song and all. Like, have you like played this over in your head? How you think it's gonna go?
I try not to overthink it.
Not the
You
fight
know,
part. I mean the day part.
the day part.
Know you being there and being backstage and getting in. Know what
Yeah,
I found wrapping a few sets of hands kept calm me down and
I haven't thought that far ahead. Um, because then I would be an overthinker anyway, and I would just be like, no. I If I was to think about it, I would rather just have a chill day, like just chilled on the run up to it, because it's the same day weigh in and everything. Um, so no, I haven't thought about how it's going to go, or I try not to. It's just I want to enjoy the now. I
yes.
want to enjoy my training and everything, and just take it as it comes. It's just yeah.
It's class. I am so happy for you and I am so excited. I can't wait to see this. I'm actually probably more excited for your fights than I was for my fights. More so because nobody's punching me in the face this time.
I don't even like getting punched in the face.
Well, I have a bit of news for you. You're about to fight. You may actually get punched in the face.
Brian, if you've seen my team, like that's the thing. Um, just to touch on the whole women being intimidated and that, like the guys aren't going to go in and spar and be absolute lumps out of you. The guys, I'm very lucky in that sense. They take it at my pace or whatever, but they don't go easy on you, because at the end of the day, what are you going to learn? Um, it's just, as Rodney says, you always hit as hard as you want to be hit. So it's just one of those things. Get it done. Just go do it. It's amazing. It's such a great stress reliever.
I know, just go out and punch your boyfriend. Yeah, women get into martial arts just to punch your significant other in the face
Now, do you
legally.
believe that do you believe that I beat Dill?
Yeah, and he deserves it, and he fucking deserves it.
I can't be telling this. He's like, he tells everybody now, anybody that knows us that has met me and Dylan in the Irish, like in round the Irish MMA scene, know that that's just our sort of banter, because people who wouldn't know us and him telling that, they would believe it. And he was like, but I've got a t-shirt. I've got a t-shirt to prove it. And I actually did for Christmas buy my t-shirt. My girlfriend beats me.
Yeah, that'll stand up in court. Can you prove, Mr. Douglas, that you were beat by this woman? She gave me a t-shirt after she did it. It proves everything, Your Honour. Well, if you are beating him up, which I'm pretty sure you are, he deserves it. Every single bit of it, he deserves.
I do not beat him up. Like, come on now. Please. I managed to get one shot in, like 7 months in, and you get about 17 in return. He's just so bam, 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 and you're like, flips. Like,
Yeah, yeah, he would dish out a few receipts now if you hit him hard. He definitely would.
I'm just waiting for him to pop his head up here and be like, she does beat me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'll AI that in.
Yeah, he will probably pop up.
All right, we'll wrap this up now because time is running out. So, it's going to be Chaos Fighting Championships. It's the 2nd of May, Everglades Hotel in Oma. Tickets will be on sale very, very soon. You can follow Chaos on Instagram and Facebook, or alternatively, you can buy your tickets from the fighters. It's going to be one hell of a night. It's the longest running active MMA promotion in Ireland.
Hmm.
It's had some of the biggest names ever on the island fight on it, including myself. So it's not to be missed. You'll get to see Zoe making her MMA debut against another debutant from Team Rhino Limavady, Rebecca Montgomery.
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to remember, I couldn't think of her name there. Miss Rebecca Montgomery will be making her long-awaited MMA debut against the wonderful Zoe. That's Chaos Fighting Championships, 2nd of May, Everglades Hotel. Tickets will be on sale soon.
Yes.